Good afternoon, Wednesday, April 6th, Simpler Futures afternoon update. And so let's see, when we were together last, what we were looking for, where we are now, and what this means going forward. We were together on Monday last. That was back here 2 days on here. So what at that time, we were looking at a market that had come in for about 4 days. Excess low, firm finish, doji candle, hammer, breach top, higher low, looking for the next day, Tuesday, yesterday, to hold about the mid of Monday's price action, keeping with a higher low and keeping this firm for a continued move a little bit higher. That did not happen. What did happen is we had some Fed Governor Brainard yesterday speak, and it was at that exact and precise moment that the market started to break. It was firm until then, started to break on those comments. And so this is a problem because what it's done now is reached back below Monday's low, and then that ended this one-time framing higher, started now with a series of lower highs a little bit, now follow through to the downside. So that's the look at what we were looking for, what went wrong, where we are now, and what's to come. I'll show you what I'm thinking. And this is going now to a volume chart. You could do the same thing with a market profile TPO chart. I just choose to do it with volume. Probably look about the same on a market profile. Difference being is this instead of these being volume related, they would be time spent, time related, that's all. So that's a daily chart, goes back about a year. And what I want to point out here for you is to notice the nodes here, the prices, where the shape of this profile is the horizontal nature of this is elongated at several points, right? So it's protruded here, and we refer to these prices as high levels of interest or high volume, HVNs. So if you start from here and look up, we've got some significant level of interest here, 42.30, then again here at 43.50, then again here, most traded for the entire, for 1 year's look back, 44.05. Then again, we got a big one right here at 44.37. That's one you want to remember right there. Definitely remember that. Then again from there, up to 44.20 or 45, I'm sorry, 20 about 6. That's another one you want to remember right there for sure. Pay attention to that. And then you got a little one here, 45.60, and then up to the top at, basically call it almost 4,700. So so in and of itself, this is a multi-distribution profile, which says to us something about this price action. It says that it is looking around. It's looking in a discovery phase. It's looking for balance. It looks here, then it looks up, or maybe it was on the way down, right? It looks here, then it looks there, spends a little time, drops down, looks here, spends a little time, drops down. It's looking, it's searching, looking for, on the way down, it's looking for a buyer. So where we were the other day was on the edge of holding this 45, 30-ish right here level, right? We were on the edge of holding that. But then with Brainard's comments, it broke out of, down from this upper concave kind of part of this profile that would, as long as you can hold in there, remember, it would back and forth in here and fill this out where it's anemic back here. It would start to fill that out. What it did was it broke below that midpoint of Monday. On Tuesday, it broke the midpoint of Monday, broke below there into, now here's where we are, broke into now this part of this profile. So you got acceptance here at 45 like quarter, and acceptance here again at, I said remember that price, 44.37. Where we were trying to hold in this upper area distribution, now we are in this area. This means, here's where this means, just going forward, here's what it means. Had a low today on a Wednesday, which is decent in that we could be possibly looking at a low for the move on a Wednesday, which happens often. We call it midweek shuffle Wednesday. You don't chase Wednesday. You don't chase weakness or strength on Wednesday. You don't chase Wednesday. So tomorrow we'd look for that price right there, 44.37 to hold. If it doesn't, I can tell you pretty quickly you ought to see 44 about like 8 or something right there trade. But right now I'm going to say this HVN 44.37 hold support and start to fill in now this part of the anemic nature of this concave portion of this profile, which means that it can fill in all the way back up to 45.20, call it 6 or something right there. It's the other one I told you, remember, 44.37 and 45.26. So 45.20, call it 6, maybe 7, but 6 is now the swing trade over under. It's the level to beat on a swing trade basis. You got to get above there, 45.26, which gets us back into this upper distribution up here where we can start exploring prices back up in there. Reach up and tag 45.26, maybe 7, and fail. That's a problem. That brings you back down to explore all the way down into 45.26, all the way down to 44.37. So that's where we are right now. We're on a midweek shuffle, possible low, for then bullish tomorrow to take you back up to answer the question, yes or no, back above 45.26. If so, swing longs are back in play, as I was discussing on Monday. Takes us back into this upper distribution. We'll be talking about looking at prices like 46, 33, 36, 45. Those prices where I'm cautioning for overhead above. But reach up and fail 45.26 takes us down to 44.37, and then below there, if below there, and below there, it would be 44, call it like 08. Okay, that's the best I got. That is framing this. I'll tell you what I prefer. The call on this would be that the low was in today, and that we turn back up tomorrow, and we challenge this 45, 25, 6, 26, level. See about getting above there. If so, then we move into higher prices, and we'll look for those levels, next week. That's it. Okay, that's the plan. I will leave you with that. Look forward to being with you in the next update, and wish you good trading until then. Good night.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency. It's one of the things that won me